Wow, they actually did it. NextAuth now officially supports Drizzle ORM with their own adapter. Here's how you can use the adapter for your application. And if you stick around, I'm also going to show you how an adapter actually works. And getting set up with this adapter is surprisingly easy. You can just install some dependencies like the @auth/Drizzle Adapter and then use that instead of any other adapter as you always would in your projects. And that looks like this. Instead of, like the Prisma adapter, you just now use the Drizzle adapter with a Drizzle database inside of it. And the cool thing is they provide you with all the schemas to use in your project. In Drizzle, you can choose between Postgres, MySQL, or SQLite. And for each one, like for example, Postgres right here, NextAuth provides all the tables, like the users table that we have right here, the accounts table that we have down here. And again, you might know this from Prisma. We get the same things for Prisma, all the tables that we need in our app. And writing these adapters yourself is not rocket science at all. In fact, it's only 3 steps. First off, we're going to connect to our database, and we can do that in this file right here. Very straightforward for PlanetScale, for Postgres, whatever you want to use. We can just instantiate a connection with a database URL that we get from our database provider, whether that's SQL or Postgres, doesn't matter. And then we can export our database just like this. In the second step, we're going to set up NextAuth. And this is surprisingly easy because we don't have to set up a whole lot for NextAuth in the first place. So in the API route, we can just configure the NextAuth and wrap our auth options in here. And then as for the auth options, NextAuth really tells you what you have to put in here, like a secret, some callbacks if you want, but these are optional. In adapter, in our case, the PlanetScale adapter, the custom one, I'm going to show you how it works. And then lastly, the providers. As you can see, altogether, it's like 37 lines of code if you don't count this utility function. It's a really easy setup for NextAuth. This basically says the only option we have to log in is Google, which is totally fine. And then in step 3, it's configuring the adapter. This is now the official version that has been released right here, and that is pretty cool. But there's also unofficial versions like the PlanetScale adapter that don't include relations because PlanetScale cannot handle foreign key constraints. And our schema that is provided by NextAuth is a bit modified, but you can see the core things are all there, like the users table, the accounts table. We have right here with a bunch of values like refresh token, expires at, and so on, the sessions and the verification tokens. Listen, I could walk you through every single detail of this. Essentially, an adapter, you get a type from NextAuth, and then for each function in there, you need to configure a database action to comply with it, like getting a user by email, and so on. So NextAuth can easily call them to create and delete your users. And if we take a look at how this looks like, let's log in with any account. I'm going to choose the first one right here. And just like that, everything happened in the background. We don't see anything on the website because it's just the most basic setup, but now we are authenticated and we can look into our database. We've got a Drizzle Studio up and running. Let's copy this link, paste it into Chrome, and then see what happens. So you can see accounts 2. The account that I just logged in with was just created. I tried this out once before, but if I go to the users right here, you should be able to see my admin@wordful.ai account is right here. So even the unofficial adapters with PlanetScale, for example, work beautifully. And that's really cool. I'm very excited for what this update brings to you and me, and expect some bugs because it is so new. I did have one problem setting up my Postgres database with a new adapter, but I think those will be fixed really soon, and overall the experience is really cool, and I'm very happy they finally made an official adapter. If you enjoyed this update as much as the video, consider giving a like, and I'm gonna see you in the next video. Have a good one, and bye bye.